So guys, the crypto markets have been trading sideways these past few weeks, and everyone's wondering when we're going to see the peak in this bull cycle, 2024 crypto bull cycle. Right now, altcoins have been pumping and dumping just depending on the sectors that you're focused on. Right now, AI and meme coins are really popping off. Also, the Tron network is starting to pop off, and all the meme coins are on that specific network, which we'll talk about that on a whole nother video. But I want to talk about when we're probably going to be seeing the peak of this 2024-2025 crypto bull cycle, when we should be selling our altcoins, and when potentially we're going to see the rip up for Bitcoin and everything else. But before we jump into it, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and check out the rest of my content. I'm just a beginner in the crypto space, showing you guys my wins, my losses, my crypto portfolio, showing you guys my perspective and everything else in the space. But let's get into it. So guys, like how I was saying, the price action around Bitcoin has been trading sideways for the past few weeks. We did see a recent pop off, which caused our altcoins to also shoot up, which was quite nice. I actually made a few plays, made some decent money, but overall now we've been trading sideways still, just because we keep hitting this resistance and we keep dropping back down. Right now everyone's talking about how a 66,000 key mark is gonna determine whether we're gonna start to rip up through or retest that resistance and drop back down. But overall right now we're just trading sideways, but as you can see we started to drop back down just due to testing that resistance, and everyone's wondering if we're going to be shooting up. And I want to show you guys a few charts that talk about previous cycles and when we started to see the peak in those previous cycles. So let's go ahead and jump into X on Twitter X, whatever you guys call it. Overall, Mags, I love to see his charts and everything that he puts together, but he talks about a few different times when we started to see consolidation and a pop off. So if we look into this coin, if we look into this chart right here that Mags is showing, he's pretty much talking about how Bitcoin sideways price action. Is it bearish or is it bullish? Well, before each big move, Bitcoin has typically consolidated within a range. In the past, these consolidations have lasted anywhere between 8 to 30 weeks. Right now, we're actually at the 25th week into this current consolidation phase. And like how I said, guys, usually each bull run and bull cycle, we have longer phases of consolidation, but that is why we usually rip up higher. So while it's impossible to say how long this will last, one thing is clear: we're still in a bull run. If this pattern repeats, the breakout could be explosive, pretty much with the sideways trajectory that we've been seeing and how much consolidation that has been taking place. So he was saying that 17 hours ago, and then he released this chart, which was really interesting. Hang on, my brother's calling me. Okay guys, my brother's calling me, but it's over. So let's talk about this chart that I was talking about. So he was saying when we are going to see the Bitcoin top out. So Bitcoin has shown a pattern in the previous cycles where it tops out several months after the halving event. In 2013, Bitcoin pumped over 9,500% and peaked 406 days after the halving event. So this is where he's talking about that halving. And then in 2017, it climbed to 4,100%, reaching its peak 511 days post halving, and that's pretty much this specific trajectory that we're seeing. And then from there in 2021, it gained 636% and topped out 546 days after the halving, which is currently right here, as you can see. And then, oh, I just clicked on the chart. And he's saying currently Bitcoin is still in a consolidation phase following its recent halving. If the cycle follows a similar pattern, we can expect Bitcoin to top out between June and October 2025, about 400 to 550 days from now. And if you guys look at the specific periods, the first one was 406 days after the halving, the second was 511 days, the next was 546 days. And he's predicting within this cycle it's going to be within that 400 to 550 days, potentially possibly even more. So if it goes off of those previous cycles and how everything is played out, we should be seeing the peak of Bitcoin in 2025 of October, which is really, really crazy. That's almost a year, more than a year out from the making of this video. He says even if we see just half the growth of the previous cycle, a 300% increase from current levels could push Bitcoin's price to around 200,000. Now guys, in every crypto cycle, everyone had high price predictions, and usually we didn't hit the specific amounts everyone was talking about. Now, I believe we might be breaking over 100,000 for Bitcoin, but We honestly don't know. On top of that, altcoins are going to see different peaks in this cycle at different points in the cycle. Some are going to peak out right before Bitcoin even has its huge, move to the upside, and then some are going to be peaking around whenever Bitcoin is peaking out as well. It all depends on the specific sector, the tokenomics, the specific industry, as well as overall the hype around that community and that project that you're invested in. But overall, based off of this cycle, we should see the peak of Bitcoin at the end of 2025, and our altcoins are going to be riding that wave as well. But a few people have a few different predictions, so it's good to get a few different people's objectives, perspectives on the market, so that you can have an understanding of where you would be exiting this crypto cycle. Now let's go ahead and jump into another specific chart that I did like from CryptoCon. If you guys aren't following CryptoCon, you guys should go follow him. He's him or she, honestly do not know. I do not discriminate. But overall, they were talking about how in the previous cycles, we're actually just following the current price action that we have seen in previous cycles. And I want to go ahead and walk you guys through that. So he says he or she says, soon I believe that Bitcoin cycle top callers will be left in the dust as business carries out as normal. This is the third and final low volatility phase that comes mid-cycle every cycle on the weekly Bollinger bandwidth. 5 months of the sideways price action is not new. Missing out on the 2025 cycle is like missing out on 2021, 2017, and 2013. So he talks about how we have this 1, 2, 3, 4 phase, right? That happens. And if we look at the previous cycles, we could see how we went through these phases of consolidations, the specific sideways action, and then the continuous rip up. And from the previous cycles, we can see how it has happened multiple times. And each one, we have higher consolidation, like how we were talking about in the previous chart. So if we look at where we're at currently based off of the previous cycles, we have already hit the first mark, which is the bear market bottom, as you can see in these other ones as well, whenever they hit the bear bottom of the market, which we hit currently right here. After that, we have the first mid-cycle sideways price action, which currently was around 5 months. Over here on these previous cycles, you can see in around like 2017 cycle was around 5 months on here. Over here, we see around the 4-month cycle. Then after that, you have another cycle of the final mid-cycle sideways period. From here, we have 6 months of action. Previous was 3 months. Longer consolidation, higher rip up. Right now is pretty much that next point, where it's the sideways period, low volatility, the bear market sentiment, the fear in the market. And then from there, we're going to have the huge rip up, which we have seen from previous cycles. So it's really crazy once you start to actually zoom out and look at the markets and see how everything has performed in previous cycles. You can really get a good understanding of where we're going and when we're probably going to see the huge breakout. I honestly am not too sure when we're going to see it. Everyone has a few different predictions about when Bitcoin is going to peak out, mid 2025, at the beginning of 2025, in November. So it all varies on your perspective and what you're following, the indicators that you're listening to. But I think, following these specific metrics, seeing the specific cycles and how they have reacted, and then that price action around it, it's just a good reminder of where we're at and why you should still be committed into the markets. Right now, the sentiment in the crypto markets is really down, and it's just because people aren't aware of what's going on. Right now, Bitcoin is near its all-time high, and still the sentiment is so down, so people are fearful and don't know what to do and want to sit on the sidelines until something starts to take place, whether the deviation or the rip up. More than likely, based off of where we're at in this crypto cycle, it's going to be a rip up. So right now, guys, you should be taking advantage of this time, learning, seeing exactly what's going on. I have honestly been documenting my journey throughout this whole crypto cycle since the beginning, and I have adopted and learned so much more in this specific few weeks of consolidation than the whole crypto cycle in general, just reflecting on everything that has been taking place in the markets, and then on top of that, seeing previous cycles, so that you can have an understanding of where we're currently at. I'm gonna leave you guys with one post from Ionic XBT. I like this guy, very committed. I'm in his private Discord. That's why I actually have a good understanding of where we're at in this crypto cycle and why I feel very committed on my projects and everything. But he says, I'll never forget last crypto bull run. Everyone thought I was crazy. Maybe I am. My friends, followers, strangers, few people believe I would be right. But despite their disbelief, I did it. Now I'm calling, he's calling the TRX chain, ETH, GAU, and Sol. And he says all you have to do is position yourself properly, just a matter of time. Don't say I didn't warn you. And the reason I show you guys this post is because right now, if you're studying the markets, you're studying the cycles, you're seeing what's going on, you're really committed. And if you're following good projects, good sectors like the AI sector, specific meme coins in the meme sector, gaming, you are going to make some good profits. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice by any means. I do not know what I'm doing. But I have said it multiple times. I have made good money. Multiple people are making good money in this crypto cycle. And if you're not taking the time to learn about this technology, what's going on in terms of cryptocurrency in general, you are going to miss out. We're in the point where everything is on the verge of ripping up. People are about to start making extreme profits. From there, it's going to start, everyone's going to have to start rotating their profits into other coins and Xing that specific amount that they have, and it's going to get crazy and it's going to get fun, and you don't want to get left in the dust. And right now is that time, guys. Everything is just setting up for a big move in the crypto markets, and I'm just keeping everyone updated on my perspective by dissecting everyone else's perspective on the markets and giving you guys an understanding of what's going on. But even as a beginner myself, I have to keep learning, understanding what's going on, look for new projects, understanding the sectors that I'm in so that I can maximize on my profits. And right now is the time, guys. So if you're not taking advantage, guys, you should go follow the specific people I was telling you guys about. Also, go look around X, see what everyone's talking about Bitcoin, altcoins, anything that you're currently invested in, and just do your research. We're gonna see some crazy price action in the next few weeks, maybe next few months, but overall right now you should be positioning yourself for something big. There's not too many updates in the markets right now around the US election. There's a whole bunch of weird stuff going on. On top of that, the Tron network is starting to pop off, so people are making a ton of money on that. But currently with me, guys, I'm having that tunnel vision, focusing on my crypto portfolio, learning, focusing on past cycles, what we're currently seeing, so that I could be profitable and not ride these small little waves like everything else. So overall, I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on in the crypto markets, my crypto portfolio. This is currently the crypto portfolio I have. If you guys didn't see my last video talking about my crypto portfolio, go ahead and check out that video. I'll have it down in the description. But guys, overall, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and check out the rest of my content. I'm just a beginner in the crypto space, showing you guys my wins, my losses, my crypto portfolio, my perspective on the space, and quick updates on the market, like the video today, talking about just taking advantage of the markets, specific benefits, and also when you can take advantage, like on the AI coins I had showed you guys in the previous video. If you took an action on that video, you would have made a good amount of money. But at the end of the day, I'm a beginner. Like I said, this is not financial advice. This is all for entertainment purposes only, and I'm just documenting my whole journey. So guys, I hope you're staying committed to the crypto markets. I hope you're not leaving the crypto markets. I hope you're learning about what's going on, studying past crypto cycles, and you're invested in good sectors and projects like the AI sector, meme sector, and gaming sector. But I'll keep you guys updated. I drop daily content every day, so stay tuned, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.